Hello, CraftingMantis here, and welcome back to another episode on the World of Otium server. So today we are going to be building the butchers. The last time I checked the poll on the video 2 weeks ago, they were all still tied. So I'm going to be using CraftingMantis logic in that the butchers is right across from the town hall and next to the townhomes. And so it kind of makes sense because it looks like the city is actually growing. So we're starting at a central point and expanding out from there. So that is what we are going to be building today. But first, I wanted to show you guys this. You guys were definitely very, very right in that we needed to add the cobblestone down here on the bottom. So I have changed that out, and so we will be doing that when we do the stone base. We'll use the cobblestone on the bottom instead of the actual stone. Because like some of these buildings, they're more, like this. And so we just have the little bit of stone on the bottom. But with these ones, they're going to be actually, cobblestone, or the stone walls, cobblestone for the supports. So the butcher is going to go right here. And it is going to be in this style of build, so not this one. I'm thinking of using this one because this kind of says baker to me. So I think the next door here, which is going to be the baker, I think that is the style that we're going to use for this. But for the butcher, we are going to be using the two-story, more medieval than Germanic. So let me get to work, and then once I get some progress, I will bring you guys back. So I did something a little bit different in terms of, what the next step would be for what I show you guys. So just like I did with that one, I'm bringing you in when I have the base done, but I've actually done the interior too. So for this one, we did the cobblestone. It's total 4 high. And then we have this little window. I got the iron bars, so it looks like, this is closed. It's open 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. So we have Bernard's Butchery. And then on this side here, oh, I forgot. I need to change that to grass. And then on this side here, there's no windows because this is actually the shop part of the building. And so there's no windows in that one. But there are windows in this one and this one. So it's just a single tall windows because it's only 3 tall. And then we got a double wide one over here. Now, one of the other things that I forgot to point out, I've changed all the path blocks to the coarse dirt. That way I can actually get it to continue underneath the door. I don't particularly like it, but it allows continuity up here, so we don't have a grass block, even though all these are pathed out. So if we come in here, this is just a little storage room. You can't actually open the chest. It's just for decoration. And then in here, this is the shop. So we've got the little shop window that they can end up opening up. And then we've got, some pieces of meat and, some blood. This is a butchery, so they're going to be, there's going to be blood. And then we've got an axe and a sword. I wanted a knife, but the sword is the closest thing that I could get to. So I was like, you know what? We're just going to use a sword. And then a little chest here. One of the things that I'll probably end up doing is once I get a little bit further into the build process and whatnot, I'll actually come through and fill these chests up with different things. So like if we do a world download, it's a little bit more immersive because you'll be able to come into this building and be like, ooh, well, we can't open that chest. But come over here and, maybe there's going to be some, oh, and that's one thing that I did forget. I need to kill me a rabbit or something along those lines. Actually, here, do you know what? I've got mutton. So we can do that. There we go. So it looks, like they're actually in the process of, slicing up some, some meat and stuff like that. So, yeah, that is the base of the butchery all done. The next step is going to be the living quarters. Because especially back then, a lot of times the shops were down on the bottom and where people lived were on top. And that's one of the reasons why they were able to afford, the bigger houses instead of something, smaller, was because they were actual shop owners. So I am going to finish off the upstairs, and then once I get done with that, then I will bring you guys back. All right, the butcher is officially done. So as you guys can see, I did the roof at a different angle than the townhomes. I'm thinking that, the variety and stuff definitely it adds a little bit more character to the area. So I am definitely liking the fact that I did decide to do that, where these roofs, the A-frame is on this side and then the A-frame is on this side. Um, and this one I also ended up doing a little bit taller. So as you can see, we got the double windows there, whereas these are only a single one. It's because these are only 3, but whereas these are 4. So definitely wanting to add some variety into here, but this is looking cool. So this was definitely a great idea from Minecrafting Mom, and already looking at it, I can tell that I missed something already on the bottom. Let's see, where's my dark oak stuff? There it is. Let's see, missing these right here. So the little cross, or not cross beams, but the corner pieces. Yeah. So I didn't notice that when I did the last clip, when I was doing the when I was showing you guys the bottom here. But there, fixed. There we go. Now we're officially done. Yeah. So if we come in here and we can go ahead and pop up here. We got a little, living space here. So like a little dining room and then, place to sit. So same as over on the other buildings over there. I did the bookcase with the dark oak on the sides. So I really like that. It adds just a little extra detail. And then the painting there is actually hiding some glowstone. I didn't like having torches over here, especially since this is even. It looked a little odd. And so I did a painting there, and then I've got a single painting up here. But we've got these chests you can actually use on like the one downstairs. And then in here we have the furnace with the chimney going up, and then I did do the chimney up there. We can go take a look out there. So a little seating area here, and then a double and a single bed, and then of course more storage. So I'm definitely gonna have to figure out what to put in these chests. As part of kind of like, the story behind, behind the builds. Let's see. So if we come out here, and then with the smoke on this one, I ended up doing the double. If we come over here, these ones just had the single, and I kind of wanted to use something, a little bit different, because this one would be producing, potentially a lot more smoke, because they could be cooking a lot of meats and stuff like that inside. But yeah, that is the butchery, or the butcher, all done. And yeah, so the next project after this, I am thinking, because going along with the same logic that Minecrafting Mom had put down in her comment, I'm thinking that I want to move this way. So we would either be doing the baker or the general store, or I may even do both. Because the general store is a little bit, is a smaller, looks like it might be in a smaller store, so it might not take quite as much time to put together. And then the baker, I'm not 100% sure if I'm going to be doing a single story or a double story like this one. Because the idea is to have like a little, like this section here would actually be like open, and that's where like the oven would end up being. That way, as they're cooking, because it produces a lot of heat, the heat can end up escaping out instead of being inside the building. And then the general store is just going to be basically, it's going to be a box. So I might try to do both of these in the next episode. That way we can try to, get this street a little bit more populated. And then the other thing that we need to do in this area too is lighting. I'm not 100% sure what I want to do with the street lamps. I've never really done like a street lamp type thing. I've always done like this short like I don't even know if I have the stuff for it, but basically like like a log, and then you put your glowstone, and then you put the trapdoors around it and stuff like that. But let me know what you guys think. Do you think we should have like the tall street lamps type lamps in here, or do you think we should have place some of those short lamps um here? If you guys wanted me to do like some examples of that, let me know. And then we can kind of get an idea of what we could be doing in this area. So definitely looking forward to what kind of opinions you guys have on what we can add into this area. This is definitely developing really well. We need to do more. We need to do more over here as well. Because we still have to finish the details on the inn. I've kind of gotten stuck on the interiors, and so that's one of the reasons why I haven't been over there recently. And we also still have to do like the party tent and the market. So yeah, the market was going to be a party tent there. And then of course we still have all of the hobbit holes. Um, Nobody's volunteered yet to come over and snag one. So what I'm probably going to do is I'm probably going to start just adding the fronts, and then that way we can start adding in the different roads and stuff like that, because we're going to have to start doing that as well as this area develops, because we also need to think about what we want to do over in the dwarven and the elven area as well, which is all the way over there. Still a lots to plan, but right now we are going to concentrate on the human area. And so next episode, one of the stores or both of the stores. So definitely look forward to that. And then yeah, but I think that is going to be it for today. I definitely hope that you guys like this episode. If you did, definitely hit that like button. If you're not already subscribed, please do so. It definitely helps out the channel. It's always nice to see new faces in my little corner of YouTube. And then if you want to be notified as to when I put out additional content, then definitely hit that notification bell. But for now, I'm going to call it, and I will see you guys in the next episode.